All of the Chosen Season 5 episodes are finally on Prime Video US. That means we can talk about Season 6, which is currently being filmed back in the US. For those who don't know, the Chosen cast and crew actually filmed the crucifixion scenes in Italy, in the same place where Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ was filmed. Now they're back in the US filming the rest of the scenes, but don't worry, we already have a lot of insight into what Season 6 looks like, and we do know when the crucifixion episode, which will be a feature-length film, will be released in theaters in the US. So let's talk about that incredible Season 5 ending where the famous kiss of betrayal finally happened and discuss when we're getting Season 6 and what we're gonna see there. Let's go. I know that whole episode was amazing, but I just want to talk about the end so we can briefly discuss what happens and how that will affect how Season 6 starts. So in the last few minutes of Season 5, Episode 8, we see Jesus and the disciples walking by torchlight until they reach a walled garden, as we know, Gethsemane. But Jesus brings only Peter, James, and John inside as the others stand outside. Once they're in, Jesus almost collapses from the weight of what's coming. He tells John that he's deeply sorrowful, even to the point of death. Peter wants to send for a doctor, but Jesus says he's placing himself in the hands of the great physician, meaning God. He asks these three apostles to stay awake and keep watch while he prays. Going deeper into the garden, Jesus leans on a rock and starts pouring his heart out. He's overwhelmed, saying things like, "I don't think I can do this, and you ask too much of me," but soon his words turn into a desperate, "Make me stronger." Just then, he has a vision of Abraham and Isaac preparing wood for the sacrifice. When Isaac asks where the lamb is, Abraham tells him God will provide. Jesus watches and reminds Isaac not to worry. After all, God spared him. It was just a test. Moved by that, Jesus prays again, "Not my will, but yours be done," and tells his father, "I trust you." When he returns to find the apostles, they're asleep. He's frustrated and reminds them to pray because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Then he goes back to pray again. This time, as he accepts his path, a strange fog rolls in. Jesus finds himself in the valley of dry bones, face to face with the prophet Ezekiel. He asks, "Can these bones live?" And Ezekiel replies, "Only you know, Lord." They embrace and Jesus weeps. Later, he sees the disciples asleep once more, but this time he feels compassion and lets them rest. He prays again, his hands are shaking until someone touches his back. It's his stepfather, Joseph. They embrace and Joseph tells him he'll be waiting. Finally, Jesus wakes the three and says the hour has come. At the gate, a mob with torches approaches and we see the reveal of Judas backing them up. "Rabbi," he says. Jesus replies, "My friend, do what you came to do." And he does. He kisses him. This is the last moment of Season 5. If you ask me honestly, I loved it and cried at every moment of those last few minutes. I think the way they incorporated the visions was incredible, and the fact that the last scene was so dramatic with Judas coming out from behind everyone at the last moment was very well done. I also loved how that kiss was really unnecessary. I mean, everyone knew who Jesus was. You could see that the person standing in front of everyone would be Jesus, but I love that they added the kiss for dramatic effect and to stay true to the Bible. I loved the final episode and the entire Season 5. What do you guys think? Did you cry as much as I did? How did you find it? Did it meet your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk about Season 6. As I mentioned, filming started a few months ago, actually in the US. They filmed there for a while, shooting Jesus' arrest and how he was brought to Pilate. I think they even shot the scene with Pilate. I saw it in a behind the scenes video. Then they went to Italy to shoot the crucifixion scenes. We actually had a few leaks from the set showing Jonathan on the cross. I know these are very poor quality images, but honestly, they're already making me emotional, so I'm gonna move on. If you didn't know, the Chosen cast also met the Pope and then they returned to the US. Now they're back to filming again. For example, just a few days ago, Dallas shared a story teasing a scene they were filming. He referred to Matthew 26:57, the account of Jesus before the Sanhedrin. So they're filming this big trial scene right now. I'm not sure how long filming will continue, but we know from prior info that this is the longest filming they've done since The Chosen began. The release strategy for Season 6 is a bit different from previous seasons. We'll have 6 episodes, and instead of 2 more episodes like usual, there will be a long feature-length movie focusing on the crucifixion alone. Unfortunately, the release dates for these 2 parts will be different. Dallas didn't exactly say when we would get the first 6 episodes, but he did say it will be toward the end of 2026, so that's more than a year to wait. As with the crucifixion movie, we know the theatrical release date, March 12, 2027. This was announced by Deadline, a very reputable source, so I guess we have to believe it. So the wait between seasons 5 and 6 will be pretty long. It's not certain whether the first 6 episodes will be in theaters. I'm guessing they won't be. Probably they'll release them on Prime Video, and then the crucifixion movie will be in theaters in 2027. Right now, it's hard to talk about the Chosen app release because the season is divided. We don't know if after the first 6 episodes are out on Prime Video or in theaters, they will release them on the Chosen app, or if they'll wait until after the crucifixion movie's theatrical release. It's uncertain. However, in February 2026, there will be the Chosen Con, the Chosen Insiders Conference, and Dallas said he intends to show at least a whole episode from season 6. Even if he can't show the full episode, he'll show lots of scenes, so it looks like things will get clearer then. We'll probably know the full release schedule for the app, Prime Video, and theaters at the Chosen Con in February 2026. Until then, all we can do is wait. But if I learn anything before then, I'll be here to discuss it with you guys, so no worries about that. I also expect to see a trailer during the Chosen Con. Even if it's not a full trailer, it could be a teaser, and I'm already ready for it. By the way, after we get season 6, we're getting a mini-series focusing on Joseph of Egypt, and if you want to learn more about that, check out this video.